Right, it is the big day. It's match day. Very excited. However, there is a downside, which I'll get into. Now, hopefully, this evening we can get as many goals as humanly possible. I think there is going to be goals tonight. I really do. I'm excited about it. Now, unfortunately, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be watching on the TV. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to do another podcast. Now, here's the bad news. I was the very first person, because I was on YouTube. I was the very first person to watch ever more NUFC in Chris. He was talking about what's going on up at Newcastle United. And I said in my other video the other day that Newcastle should have walked away from the Mark Gahey deal instead of pandering to Crystal Palace's Steve Parish, I believe it is, the owner. But that hasn't happened. So we had 4 bids, and it now looks like something's going to happen. But as Chris said, we've kind of had our pants pulled down and our backside smacked. Now, the reason why I want to say this is this, right? Some of the points that Chris made, they're very valid. And having finished our Premier League season in 7th, normally that would get us back into European football. However, the match between the 2 Manchester clubs, well, it knackered that. Anyway, here's the thing, and I'm going to get on to those 2 clubs in the next video because I'm absolutely furious about it. So, let's get back to this video. Now, Mark Gahey, if he does pull on a Newcastle United shirt, he will be our most expensive player ever. And he will also be the most expensive player to leave Crystal Palace. So there are going to be 2 records smashed. Is he worth the money? When you have Chow, I think that's how you pronounce his name, from AC Milan. And I believe there's others at less price. So it's a bit of a sticky one. Now, when we finished 7th, in the hope that a favour could be done, we hoped and we prayed for that favour to be done, and we got let down. We don't want to go into that position again as a football club, relying on another club to do us a favour. It was a bad idea to start with. And what I was hoping for, because let's be honest, yeah, we have 2 new rules at Newcastle United. The two rules are Paul Mitchell, and we also have a guy called Mr. Bunce. And these two new rules, yeah, they are to take us forward as a club. One is to find the best deals available, and I don't think, even though Mark Gahey had a really good resume and like CV, I don't think this deal is right, because at the end of the day, just because you have a excellent Euros, we're paying over the odds. Now, Chris mentioned in his video the right wing. Now, I've said this a few times. There's a person, and there could be others, but this person is Brian Mbembo of Brentford. He can play with both feet. And for a person to be able to play with both feet, well, that's kind of special. However, like I said in another video about the Premier League, FFP, PSR, all that malarkey, this has hampered a lot of clubs, apart from one. One club stands out of every other club. Chelsea, who they can buy who they want. I believe they have 42 people in their squad, and they went in for a player we wanted, Tosin, got him, and it just seems incredible. But getting back to our club, fans feel flat. They feel deflated. Why? Since the transfer window opened, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, we now want James Trafford, and that would be, if that deal does happen, that'll be 6 goalkeepers on Newcastle United's books. Do we need that many? When what we really need is cover for Sven Botman, for Fabian Shaw, and we desperately need right wing, crucial. Now, yes, we do have Miguel Almiron, we do, yeah. However, a lot of people have fell out with Miguel Almiron, saying, is he too old? Same deal with Kieran Trippier. I don't believe that. And I said that in my video, where the only way we can, as a club, move forward with these players is for them players to smash the ball in the back of the bloody net. It's the only way you can do it, you know. Prove people wrong. Time after time after time. And it looks as though this window, which ends Friday, I believe it's 10:30. It used to be midnight. Somebody changed the rule, the timing. And I've heard many people turn around and say that this window for our club is bad. Now, we've got Harvey Barnes, we have Will Asula, who came from Sheffield. He deserves a chance to prove himself. And as I was saying just before there about Miguel Almiron, the only way he is going to prove to the fans is when he gets his opportunity to get on the pitch, smash that ball in the back of the net. Now, I'm hoping that these players I'm going to mention to you, I'm hoping that these players can get above 6 or 7 goals this season, 24-25. I want Harvey Barnes, Sean Longstaff, I want Anthony Gordon, I want Bruno Guimaraes, I want Sandro Tonali because he will be playing tonight. I'd like Kieran Trippier to get back on the score sheet. Callum Wilson. Yes, he is coming back from a back injury. He has had treatment. And Mr. Bunce, who is our director of physiotherapy, that's his job, to get all these players back. Now, there's another point as well. In our other teams, lower down the pecking order, who has Eddie got available who are playing in the lower divisions, who can be pulled into our first team? Who have we got available that can set St James's Park alight? Because we have to have somebody that can be brought up to the first team squad. There has to be. Otherwise, what's the point of having that? And maybe those players who are outside of the first team squad need to be pulled in, because we don't have the facility which we hoped we would have, i.e. a spending pot. And in the other video, which I'll do after this one, I want to see even more happen between now and the winter transfer window. So there's a lot of things up in the air. And one thing I do want to see as well, I want to see a good cup. Not just in the Carabao, also in the FA Cup. Because we're not in Europe. And I want to see full concentration. And what I mean by full concentration is this. When you're doing your warm-up, yeah, just before you go back into the changing room for Eddie to turn round and give you his instructions, the second you come out and you touch that pitch, switch on, man. I want you to switch on. And I want us as a team moving forward to change it around, mix it up. If we haven't got the ball, go get the ball. Control. Because if this doesn't happen, there is a good chance that Eddie's position may change. There is a good chance of that. So we have to make sure that that doesn't happen. And I want to see between now and the winter, January, I want to see Newcastle United inside the top 5. I believe that. But the thing is this. Finances. The way the clubs run. We can't no longer count on Amanda and Miedad as they're gone. However, Darren Eales, when I said about the ways to increase revenue, why has nothing happened there? I give 8 points to the club. Why has nothing happened? Why don't we have a bigger presence than we currently have? Yes, we now have a new acquisition, but that acquisition was by the Reuben brothers. So moving forward, tonight I want to see exciting football down at the City Ground. And I want to see us in the first half, not the second half, pushing to get not 1 goal, 2 goals, to put a marker down as our club moves forward. I want to see exciting football where, like the other day when we played Bournemouth, I'm pacing the floor. I don't want that. I want to sit and watch the game. So, as I come to the end of this, I hope you like my content. I hope later on you will like what I'm going to do with the podcast, live stream. I hope. That's all I can do. Hope as a fan. So, if you like the content, please subscribe and Spread the word. Give me a thumbs up if you like what I'm speaking about. And let's grow. Thanks for watching.